Were cock a hoop after their last two wins, in which they knocked off Melbourne and league leaders Hawthorn in successive games. The heavy going at Moorabbin, though, can bring many sides undone. But the Swans have a good record there recently, not losing at the ground since 1983, and before that, back in 1979. The Swans have actually won their last 6 games against St Kilda, who last tasted success against Sydney at the Sydney Cricket Ground in 1984. Today, Gerard Healy, Lloyd and Morwood were missing from their side, while former Fitzroy player Mark Dwyer made his debut for the Saints. And they had one late change too. Nicky Winmar withdrew and he was replaced by Rd17. We begin our coverage with some highlights of the first 3 quarters. And with me in the commentary box, Ian Robertson and Malcolm Blight.
Barker can't mark. Strong defence by Neil Cordy. Recovered well from that heavy knock and he kicks it back to half forward. Chance for Bays. Handball to Mitchell's. Great play. Mitchell goes goalwards and kicks the first goal of the match for the Swans.
Frawley. Beautiful smother by Williams. It's a Swans ball still. Bays gets it back to him. Williams inside 50. Not the longest of kicks in the side. Doesn't matter. It's a goal. Great play. Daniels finally breaking clear through the glue pot out there. That's particularly heavy, just off the edge of where the covers were. Nixon inside 50. Is this the Saints' first goal? That's a ripper sort of a kick. It's through. Low. Wobbly kick to half forward. Daniels in front. Real Lions Den stuff that. Daniels, hand pass. Wobbly. Coughlin. How did he get out of there? Oh, that was out of jail and brilliant. But Bradley Gotch running into an open goal. Should score. He's gone for the hand pass. Now Owen has to double back and puts it through. 31 now to 28. Only 3 points in favour of the home team. Coughlin again doing some useful work out of the centre. If Bolton can gather, the Swans could be on the move here. Over to Bays. The longest kick in the side. And shepherded through for another one. They hit the front. Kick being taken by Nixon. Tall Swans timber there. Down to Mick Dwyer. Can St Kilda get there first for the quarter? It's a high kick and it's a good kick. Kellett may get there first. Kellett and Lowe, I don't think either would win a stall gift. Kellett though spread eagles the pack and goes straight down the ground. Ball knocked away by Coleman. McConville nearly caught with the ball, and that's what the umpire has paid. And Peter McConville having a few words too. That won't help.
However, Bernard Toohey with a shot at goal.
And makes no mistake about it. First goal, 3rd quarter.
The difference is 8 points. Swans lead. Barker's kick up towards half forward, approaching the 50-metre line. Lowe takes the mark, plays on, kicks it now to within 45 metres. No mark. Chance for Burke. Just gets clear enough to get his foot to the ball. Owen, left foot snap by Owen. He's good. 4th goal to Rd17.
Opposite at half forward. 2-on-1 in favour of the Saints. McConville, well tackled by Toohey. It spills out for Higgins. Good hand pass. Bolton gets the bounce. He's got the fumbles. Can he pick it up? Should be a goal if he does. And he's got it. And so you can see by looking at the quarter-by-quarter scores, less than a kick in it at the 1st, 2nd and 3rd change. And so the stage was set for a thrilling final term. Let's go back to Moorabbin now. Could the Saints knock off the Swans? The final quarter from Moorabbin. Not a bad crowd and bright sunshine. 2 points the difference in favour of the Swans. They kicked 2-7 in the 3rd term to 3-1. St Kilda kicking left, possibly favoured by a slight breeze. Umpires found a free kick going St Kilda's way to Nathan Burke to start proceedings. And Burke doesn't quite get onto the kick. Out to half forward, knocked down by Bays. Murphy gets clear of Nixon. Goes for distance with the kick. Now toward Higgins, who takes the mark in front of Barker. Barker started at full forward, moved in the 3rd term. On his own, Bernard Toohey.
Yes, Peter, and both those kicks pulled up quite markedly into the breeze.
Well, maybe it's stronger than we thought. So, looking at it from that point of view, Toohey no certainty to kick this one. One of the main culprits in their total of 8-18 is Stevie Wright. He kicked about 1-4. That's Bernard Toohey done with that one. Another behind, so 8-19. 8-19 to 10-4. And they say bad kicking is bad football. Robert Elphinston. St Kilda, they were broken down a lot across the half-forward line. The Swans' defence has been magnificent today, led by Dennis Carroll, as usual. Elphinston straight down midfield in front of Jones, palms it out wide, intended for Burke. Good tackle on Williams. Out to Rice. Now to Frawley. St Kilda captain in turn trying to find low, and he does. The fellow's got some really big hands. I hope he can hold a couple of dozen eggs there. You can see how small the football looks in them. Stuart Lowe, not the straightest of kicks though on the St Kilda side. He doesn't have a shot and finds Nixon, who kicked St Kilda's first goal this afternoon.
Yes, and Stuart Lowe's done that every time when he's been out of kicking range. He's really looked for another St Kilda player. And from memory, this is the first one that's really come off.
Nixon kicked a goal from here in the second quarter too.
Nixon from right on 50, degrees behind him. New ball at the start of each quarter, so it should go close to distance. It's done that, it's a goal. St Kilda in front.
3 goals, Ricky Nixon. He's been a fairly good player too. Mark Bay's on him at the moment. Went there at quarter time as we watched his kick. 16 touches, 13 kicks and 3 goals. That's a pretty productive effort from Ricky Nixon.
And the Swans have won their last 6 games against St Kilda. Are the Saints going to break the rot here this afternoon? Nixon's third goal, the Saints lead by 3 points.
Jones gets the tap out. Nick Dwyer, Nathan Burke off the side of his boot into the pocket. Kicking it off the ground as Callett close to the line and it goes over. Gee, they were half a chance there too. If Peter Budge and Owen had been able to combine a little better, they might have got that ball right up in front of the goals again. It's between wing and half forward in front of the Social Club. Great tap out by Lowe to the back. Williams somehow gets his way clear. Kicks the ball close to the line. Marking contest. Out the back Cunningham. And he takes it over. And says a few nice words, I guess, to David Bolton. 2 fiery customers, Jeff Cunningham and David Bolton. Boundary throw in on centre wing. Jones doing the ruck work, comes to the back. Williams can't gather. The ball's kept in well. Cunningham, somehow, the Saints were away. But the umpire blew his whistle.
It's a magnificent hand pass, that wasn't it, from Cunningham?
Fantastic vision by Jeff Cunningham on hands and knees. The runner just giving some words of encouragement to Barker. Comes to the back now. Coughlin gets clear. Long handballs, great play. Burke streaming goalwards. Nathan Burke goes with a long bomb at the back. Chance for Gotch. Can't keep it in. Ian Roberts there for the Swans, and we'll have a boundary throw in. This time it's only 5 or 8 metres around from the Saints goal. They lead by 3 points, and we're 21 and a half minutes remaining in the match.
The goal here would be more than handy. Low with Willis. Willis at the back tapped it down. Cordy looking for a free kick, and it's shuffled over the line. Throw in almost in the identical spot. Yes, the Saints could really put pressure on if they were to have a 6-pointer here. Same ruckman. Willis does it well to his captain. Long kick by Carroll, the hallmark of his trade. Burke got sandwiched, and it's left for Big Bob Jones. I was going to say not a great kick, but the result's all that counts, and Peter Budge takes the mark. I don't know whether he measured that out to him.
I wouldn't think so, Peter.
But we'll put it down as a good pass. And Bob will be quite happy with it. Peter Budge started on the bench. About 48 metres from goal. That's not bad. That's a goal.
Beautiful kick.
So the pressure really is now applied to the Swans side as Peter Budge kicks his first goal from, I guess, what you'd call a miss kick from Bob Jones. We're really going to see if the Swans have got some metal in them today.
That was a good pass, Malcolm.
You think it was a pass? He ran out wide and dragged the ball back. So the Swans really need to get this ball out the centre and get it moving against this highly competitive St Kilda side.
Well, St Kilda finding an extra leg. 76-67 at Moorabbin with 20 and a half minutes remaining in the game. What a crackerjack finish we've got. Now who is going to get it out of the centre? Breaking clear is Henwood. Gets it back over his shoulder. It's still at midfield. Mitchell can't get clear of Nathan Burke. Coughlin taps it further forward, out wide for Rice. Burke again gets it out to Dwyer. Dwyer out to Nixon, and here come the Saints.
Nixon at half forward, up towards the 50-metre line. Goes long at the back. Owen can't mark. scramble right in front of the goal square, and it goes over for a rush behind to the Saints. Well, those goal umpires certainly are put under pressure when there's 3 or 4 players in a pack and a foot goes out. Carter kicks the ball out towards half-back. The high flyers and a mark low. Strong mark by the big fellow. Not too confident with his kicking, but this time he goes 45 metres to the front of the square. No mark taken. Swans defence under enormous pressure. Owen in there for St Kilda. But coming up last was Willis, and the umpire will bounce right in front of the St Kilda goal. They're 10 points in front, and we've got 19 minutes remaining in the last quarter. Scramble for possession. Carter caught with the football. Penalised, yes! Much to the delight of the St Kilda fans.
Twice he's been penalised for that.
Well,
as we watch this in replay now, Carter picks up the ball. Grant still got hold of him, got hold of one hand really, and Rod Carter got nowhere to go.
Grant kicked the last goal in the third quarter. Kicked another one for the Saints. They're storming home.
He was 67 now with 18 and a half minutes remaining in the game. The Saints coming home with a wet save at the moment. Willis out of the centre under Cunningham, who got steamrolled as soon as he grabbed the ball. I think it's Cunningham. Might be Coghlan, is it? Yeah. I saw the 5. Well, Coghlan played a great first quarter. He really got them moving there. I think he had 15 possessions in the first term. Bounce just wide of the circle. Willis over the top, palms it down beautifully. And there's Cunningham. Snaps it back over his shoulder. Out to the run of Nixon with Bayes. And well done, Mark Bayes. Beautifully played. And Murphy, when he runs out of bounds, the kick hugs the boundary line. In front is Williams. Ball hit the deck again for Eustace. It's out of bounds on the full.
Good punch away by Sheldon.
And Ken Sheldon, good job in the back pocket today.
Yes, he played some very important touches.
18 kicks and 5 hand passes with 3 marks. He's not going to take it. It's going to Rice from the right half-back flank. Looks for Lowe. He nearly grabbed that too. Carroll on to Barry Mitchell. Murphy back to Mitchell. Mitchell short kick to half forward. Coming out as Higgins. He's got the mark. Higgins starting on the bench for the Swans this afternoon. He's gone for a pass up towards Coleman. Knocked away into the hands of Barker, or the feet of Barker we should say, because the former captain sockers it clear right on Tui's hammer, and he's cut it out of bounds by Barker and Sheldon. We'll see a throw in.
There's another instance of that ball being hit back to the middle of the ground from the fist of the St Kilda players, and really no Swans players have read that all day.
Coleman doing the ruck work for the Swans, striving to break clear Mitchell. Hand pass over the top. Chance for right. Gets the handball out to Mitchell. Mitchell's quick kick. Higgins has a chance. He'll kick a goal. Badly needed one for the Swans.
So the margin back to 10 points. 13-5 to 9-19.
8 Swans players have kicked goals, Malcolm. Only one player, Mitchell, has got 2.
Yes, you don't mind that, providing you're kicking a few more, Peter. 19-9 would have been a different result, but they really have struggled up forward in attacking the goal face from the front. They did it early, and they've fallen away in this second, third, and last quarters early.
Back in the centre. 10 points the Saints lead. The bounce slightly favours the Saints. Jones gets the tap out. Mick Dwyer, he's done very well. Kick you up towards the forward pocket. Grant, good hands.
He's done well since he's been moved up there.
Good, yes, 2 opportunities, 2 goals, and now he's taken another mark inside 50 metres. He'll put the Saints right in front of the 10-metre square, I would think. Big torpedo punt kick. Mark there to the Swans to be taken by Willis. It's not been paid.
I think Neil Cordy might have got a hand on that beforehand, and if there's a definite flick off the hand, you can hear the smack as we watch this in replay.
Yes.
Just might have got a fingertip to it, but a pretty doubtful decision to the Swans.
A bit stiff, I feel. The bounce is about 8 or 10 metres out from the St Kilda goal. And Another goal here for the Saints will certainly make it difficult for the Swans. The tap out from the ruck contest goes over the line and we'll have another boundary throw in. Only 5 metres around from the St Kilda goal. 13-5 plays 9-19. It's 10 points in St Kilda's favour. Lowe doing the ruck work. It's tapped out by Willis. Struggle for possession. Owen does it well. Mick Dwyer, shot for goal. Through for a behind. So they now lead by 11 points, but it's deep in their scoring zone. And the Swans, with time ticking away, we're halfway through the last quarter, and it's a big battle ahead for the Sydney Swans.
Carter, straight down the ground, the obvious ploy. Bayes the flyer at the back. Dwyer again. Looping hand pass, covers some 25 metres. And a real race for it here. Maybe Daniels will get there first. Beautiful pickup. Gets it clear of Kellett. Carroll's in the road. Dragged off it pretty quickly. And there he is again. Well done. Kick is high. Real hospital job, that one. Roberts racing after it with Peter Budge. Doesn't kick it off the ground as cleanly as he would have wanted. Coghlan almost got one at the back. Back to Peter Budge. Around Roberts. Funny old kick. Coghlan again, offloaded by Bayes. Lowe. Flips it out of the pack. Chance for Carroll. Picked up by Kellett. Wobbly kick. Owen. Or is it Lowe? It's Lowe. Stuart Lowe.
Tell you what, their forwards have worked overtime, haven't they? Every time it's been up there, they've really strived hard to keep the ball up there. And just rewards for their efforts.
Eight marks, Stuart Lowe. 8 kicks and 6 hand passes. Hasn't kicked a goal so far. And no success there with another poster. So 2 goals the difference now. It might be a useful point though, just the same. 13-7 to 9-19. And we said during the third quarter that inaccuracy rather, might be the telling thing. And here's Grant. Chips it in short. Tries to find Nixon. Williams is there instead after Eustace. Over the head of Cordy. It's out of bounds, almost on the centre wing position, member stand side. 13 and a half minutes remaining in the game. Now we're going to see the build over of the round. Or indeed one of them. Could be a couple, judging by some scores at three-quarter time. Picked up by Wright. He was just about legged, I would have thought. Kicks the ball into some open space, and there isn't too much of it on the centre wing position. Danny Frawley, beautifully done.
Frawley kicks it up towards half forward. Marking contest. Swans have got the numbers at ground level. Potter. Handball puts Wright under enormous pressure. He's up to it. Crashed to the ground by Cunningham after kicking it. Barker punches the ball away over the line and will have a throw in on centre wing. Barker looking a little more comfortable in defence. Boundary throw in. 12 and a half minutes remaining. Jones rucked tirelessly for his team all day. Comes to the back. Now gathered well by Williams. Off to Bolton. Bolton at centre half forward. Goes goalwards. Close. Good mark. Great mark taken by Elphinston. Quick kick out to Sheldon. He's got a player in Dwyer in the centre. Go out and support your teammate in Rice. Rice striving hard to get in front of Murphy. Close to the line. And Dean Rice takes it over.
See a real opportunity then. Steady stuff from Elphinston.
Boundary throw in. Mick Dwyer and Potter doing the ruck work. Mitchell off to Williams. Williams left foot kick. Up towards full forward, and the mark's been taken for the Swans by Bayes.
He kick this.
Bayes inside 50 metres. The wind's certainly favouring the end to which St Kilda are kicking. Bayes goes with the long drop punt. Holds up into the breeze, into the square, punched away. Good strong play for St Kilda there by, was it Cunningham? Thumping it over the line. And we'll have another boundary throw in. Right against the behind post in the Swans forward pocket.
Big chance for the Swans. The Saints must get it out of there. Wright, tackled by Daniels. Cutting him in the face. Right back to Daniels again. Great prospect, this kid. Low, grabbed by Potter, seemingly not in possession. Good tackle, Daniels again. Bolton through some pretty heavy traffic to Williams. Here's danger. Nixon, good tackle. Gotch over the top of him. Henwood tries to break clear. just about tripped up. Strength at 50, that's going close. Hit the post.
Tom Hafey's made a move too. Bay's back in the forward line and Tui back to half-back flank.
Interesting. 13-7 to 9-20, 11 points the difference. Elphinston pretty well straight down the ground again. There's 1 on 3 out there. The mark has been taken by Rice. Looks for Coghlan, the 2-15s, Tui. And Coughlin's got the speed. He needs some assistance. And Sheldon well up from the back pocket. From a standing start to Peter Budge has it thumped away by Kellett. Swans players are plenty, a nest of them out there. Kellett's the one that drives them out of danger to half forward. A big pack, Bay's in the middle, marks. And maybe a good move from Hafey. It's working so far. To Murphy. Measures the pass to Mitchell. And Mitchell right on the 50-metre mark. The Swans putting plenty of pressure on the young St Kilda defence. Is that a mark? It is. Taken by Williams. Some silence down there.
Here it is. Greg Williams gets his body in front. A lot of hands there. No different to the one down the other end probably 3 or 4 minutes ago. But Greg Williams really has had his colours lowered by Mick Dwyer in the centre of the ground today. He's had 20 touches but nowhere near effective as the normal Greg Williams. But a very important goal and one of the players the Swans are looking for to resurrect this game.
Make it less than a kick. If he gets it, what's he done? On point. Well, we've said many times today that could prove costly.
That was a bad miss though, Peter. You know, from so close, such a crucial stage of the match.
9:21. Doesn't bear thinking about that. That's a magnificent kick. Look where that's landed, almost at the centre circle. Can St Kilda capitalise? Wills fumbles. And who's going to get it out of there? Eustace fires out a blind hand pass. Mitchell off the ground, beautifully done to Murphy. He balks, gets it back to Mitchell from inside 50, should be able to go from there. And
points the difference. Back in the centre. And now a real test for the character of both sides. Coghlan up towards half forward. Nixon, Tui, could have been a free kick. It has been paid. And Nixon between wing and half forward will put the Saints into attack. Good long kick. He's hooked it a little bit. Across towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Owen. Burke. Low. Good gather, Daniels. Kick by Peter Budge up to the front of the square. Now, lots of pressure on the Swans defence. It's punched through for a behind. So the difference, 10-21. The Swans, 13-8 St Kilda. And Saints lead by 5 points. Carter will kick the ball in, goes straight up the ground towards centre half back. Jones can't mark. Willis, little slow, but it gets it away. Now it's in towards the centre. Just sits in the glue pot a little bit. Coghlan, Williams, Mick Dwyer. A real struggle. Now Mick Dwyer comes clear and confidently bounces in the very, very hard centre. Up towards the half-forward area. Roberts could have been paid a mark. It has been. And Ian Roberts has got the football at half-back for the Swans. He plays on quickly. He's got Cordy out wide. Hand pass in towards the centre. Picked up nicely by Dennis Carroll. The Swans now within goal-scoring distance. Good punch away. Mick Dwyer there. Gathers the football. Handball over the top. Mitchell will gather for the Swans and put the Swans back into attack. Handball over the top. Williams nearly standing still. Short pass. Hard up against the boundary line. Potter. Look at the mud in there. Hand pass. Chance for Higgins. Shot for goal. Home. Swans in front.
Oh, what a quarter of football we've had. First of all, the Saints going hard early. And now the Sydney Swans fighting for their football life in season 88. As Craig Potter, hands and knees, gets it out to Higgins on his wrong side with his right foot. Kicks truly. And the Swans hit the front by a point in what has been a seesaw battle for the entire game.
Plenty of time for St Kilda to get up because we've got just under 7 minutes of play. They trail by a point. They've got to get the next goal. 13-8 to 11-21. It's Sydney by a point in the closing stages at Moorabbin in a thriller. Back into the centre. Willis has rucked well after half-time. Henwood went through without too much science. Nathan Burke grabbed high. He'll get the free kick. Burke at half-back. A bit of a fight on in the middle with Henwood, Jones and another St Kilda player. Play in the meantime comes out towards the wing position, or off the edge of the square. Tuck further forward for the Swans. Opens it up for Mitchell. Good tackle by Lamb. And the reward is just.
Gee, that was desperate.
Lamb's been on the bench for about a couple of quarters. So some fresh legs might be just what they need. Oh, great mark. Dragged in by Willis. Back it goes to Eustace. Now to left half forward. Swans looking a little fitter at the moment. McConville on the bottom of that stack up. Flicked out by Coghlan. Frawley measured the hand pass. Arguably a little slow ultimately to get rid of it. It comes out to Daniels again. Good tackle from Bolton. Out to Eustace. He'll give it to Tui. The Swans running in numbers downfield. A long kick by Tui up towards full forward. Almost a mark to McConville. It spills to Mitchell, who puts it through for another one. It could be the ceiling. 4 goals to Barry Mitchell.
Great roving.
Oh, a marvellous game from Barry Mitchell. 34 possessions, and he really has been a four-quarter player. I mentioned that a goal he got earlier in this quarter. Bernard Tui now playing half-back. Good contest in from Coleman. Well read. Back in the middle of the ground where the Swans players haven't been. And Barry Mitchell caps off a fine game with his 4th goal.
Well, I just wonder whether that means Sheldon's played a poor game. Back in the centre now. Lots of pressure on the Swans. Willis, with his height, has really come into it in the last few minutes. Up towards half forward. Bayes takes the mark. On his left foot, Mark Bayes. Kick is smothered by McConville. Comes back towards centre half forward for St Kilda. And a crunch of players. And the umpire will come in and bounce.
Actually, the move of Bayes and Tui's work, they've both got important touches. Unfortunately, Mark Bayes not being able to capitalise then.
Umpire throwing the ball in the air. Comes to Sheldon. Sheldon's quick kick. 3-on-1. Rice is the lone St Kilda player. Good effort by Wright to help Murphy get a clear path. He gets around Coghlan. Great play by Murphy, and he thumps it to the front of the square. It's close to the line. Kicked it through for a goal by Higgins.
His 3rd.
So 3 goals to the interchange player Leon Higgins. And his contribution becomes just so important. He's kicked 2 on his right foot, which is his unnatural foot. David Murphy does very, very well here. Sells the dummy, then kicks to the goal square. Low, almost, over his head. Higgins again, the ball comes back to the centre, and now the Swans players are there.
He was a little excited, wasn't he, Higgins?
Well, he should be, because that's put the sealer on the game, I would suggest. Back into the centre. The Swans going right on with the job after Higgins' 3rd goal. I think that was Eustace that got boot to ball up towards Bayes. And here's Stevie Wright. The Swans full of running. Elphinstead at the back should be able to mark. He does in front of Coleman. Or over the top of Coleman, to be correct. Spiral punt kick. Low. Daniels. Out to Nathan Burke. He'll just about be run down by Bayes. The kick wasn't as accurate as he would have liked. Carroll. Hurried hand pass. Back to Daniels. Umpire says play on. Up it goes to Carroll. McConville. A mark, yes, has been paid by the umpire. So Peter McConville to hit St Kilda out of danger momentarily. Only 3:44 left in the term and left in the match. Time has beaten the Saints, I feel. Nixon in front, tries to get it out. Look at that mud out there. It is possibly the heaviest part of the ground. Scoreboard 13-21-99 to 13-8-86. So 13 points in favour of the visitors. St Kilda need to score 3 times just to level Eustace. 2 Swans players are there. Bolton. Out it goes to Bayes. Long shot. And Cunningham doesn't want to take it through. Up to the boundary line with that kick. Stops like a plugged golf ball. Murphy. Bradbury not in possession. And he'll take the free kick. And Cunningham coming in late on the scene. He's been penalised, but Murphy to take the free, 50 metres out. Will lob it high to the goal square. The flyer is Bays. In front though is Lowe, who takes the mark.
Good mark for St Kilda in the right in the goal square by Lowe. Kicks a high one out towards the 50-metre line. Good punch away there by Tui. Struggle for possession at centre half forward for the Swans, and pulled off the football was Nathan Burke, and he takes the free kick for St Kilda. They'll have to move it quickly. There's only 2.5 minutes left in the match. His kick out wide. Chance for Rice. Long handball. Gives Coughlin a chance. Coughlin's got Nixon in support, in close to the centre. Handball over the top. Just touched as it came off the hand. Now there's a chance for Peter Budge to get the ball back. The kick up towards the forward pocket. Oh, backing his judgment was Roberts, and he did it well, Ian Roberts. Gathers the football. Handball over the top. Eustace coming in towards the centre. Eustace will put the Swans back into attack. Up towards half forward. Nearly a mark. Holding the player as the marking contest was on, and the free kick is going to St Kilda to be taken there by Elphinstone, it looks like, or maybe Sheldon's going to take the free kick for the Saints. It's centre half back. St Kilda looking down the barrel. Sheldon's kick out wide. Nearly a mark to Daniels. He gathers the football from the rebound, but he can't break clear, and there's a bounce will take place on centre wing with only 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. So the Swans lead by 13 points. 99 plays 86.
And that bounce. Back it comes to Nathan Burke. Thought about the hand pass and then goes long up towards half forward. Still 13 points the difference. Carter sockers it away. Picked up by Rod Owen. He might be able to wobble that one through. Will he? Yes, no. Or was it touched? It wasn't touched.
And so a thriller at Moorabbin this afternoon, and the Swans ultimately getting up to score 13-21 to 14-8. A victory by 7 points, their 7th successive win over St Kilda. Mitchell got 4 and Higgin 3 for the Sydney Swans. Rod Owen finished up with 5 for St Kilda, and Nixon got 3. 11,657 fans at Moorabbin this afternoon. On Saturday